Okay.
Okay, notice is hereby given that a public hearing be held on Monday, June 22nd in the Municipal Building, 14 Baker Street, Patchogue, New York, by the Village Board of Trustees of the Incorporated Village of Patchogue to add Section 281-3C and amend Section 281-5A1 of Village Code to limit the hours in which engine and motor-powered garden and commercial equipment may be used on weekends and legal holidays, copy of which proposed local law is on file at the office of the village clerk. At said public hearing, any person interested will be given an opportunity to be heard.
I've had a number of calls, not a great number, but that on Saturday mornings, people start to mow their lawn at 7 o'clock. And what's great about it is they call me at 7:15 to come in at the landscaper down a block. They'll walk them up, so they're waking me up to tell me that somebody else woke them up. So what we're looking to do is to kind of modify and ask you to what we proposed. And, but it really is just more of a courtesy kind of a piece.
This is an example of a law that you would think you would not necessarily need, but as someone reflected before, sometimes people's judgment is not exactly perfect. And in this case, the prohibition would have on noise standard an additional residential requirement. It says the use of homeowners' light residential outdoor equipment or commercial service equipment shall be prohibited in a residential district on Saturdays before 9 a.m. and on Sundays and legal holidays before 10 a.m. The exception would be the intermittent or occasional use on weekdays for a certain time period on Saturdays between 9 and 10. But the bottom line is that homeowners like residential outdoor equipment or commercial service equipment. So if you have a commercial landscaper, they're prohibited in the residential district on Saturdays before 9 a.m. and on Sundays and legal holidays before 10.
Now, obviously, we're not going to run around giving homeowners violations. If you and your neighbor, you're mowing your lawn, it's between you and your neighbor. We're not going to do much about residents doing it, because your neighbor's probably going to tell you to stop it. But it really is.
So some neighbors are uncooperative, and that's what prompted the law.
Yeah, exactly.
Some neighbors have bad judgment. And also the sunset provision, I know it's going to be a question, is 7 p.m. So after 7 p.m. the prohibition is also in effect.
Now, can you tell me, is it specific to a residence? Is it specific to what area?
Any residential zone.
Any
Residential district.
Because a lot of us live in areas that are boundary commercial, in the mixed zoning areas. I mean, for instance, it has very little to do with this, but I'm woken up very in the wee hours in the morning by garbage collectors. They go to the big dumpsters, they drop in the lid, bam, But that's what I'm saying, the mixed areas.
This is really about landscaping equipment.
Well, that's what I'm saying, the mixed areas where somebody might have a business.
Right.
With a landscaper. I'm not sure.
Well, I think it's, if you're in a residential, what are your thoughts, Brian, in terms of?
Which residential?
Well, as it applies now, it's all residential.
Yeah,
We're trying to protect all residences with A, B, C.
Yeah.
See,
And it's 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock on Saturdays, Sundays 10 o'clock. During the week, 7.
As someone who mows their lawn on Saturday, 9 o'clock seems kind of late.
It would be late for me. I mean, I do half a day's work before 9 o'clock on a Saturday, so I get the rest of the day,
Is that a normal, I mean, in other municipalities, is 9 o'clock?
Most of our, as the village code runs, that would be tighter than normal. Generally, the village code provisions run 7 to 7, and amplify noise. You're allowed to have a higher decibel between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., 65 decibels, and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. it then drops to 50. And what this proposed prohibition, which does come out of the building department, they get a lot of complaints about this from code, that people are, sometimes some of our property lines are pretty close to people's bedrooms and such, that they're, cutting the lawn or more frequently using the leaf blower out underneath someone's bedroom window at 7 or 6 in the morning.
But this will be more complaint driven than
Yeah, then somebody.
public safety driving down the road. Oh, there's Jack Krieger with his lawnmower out at 8:20 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I do cut my lawn not too much later than 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll get up early and
Myself
do it.
as well.
You know, and I see a lot of, professional landscapers out there at an early hour like that. In my neighborhood, I've seen them. I can understand like before 8 o'clock, but
Do you think moving it back to 8 o'clock is a more appropriate time
I don't know, I think it might be a little more appropriate, 8 o'clock,
than 9 o'clock on Sundays? I just didn't.
Yeah, Sunday I can
Yeah,
understand.
Sunday I can understand, yeah.
Sunday's like a different
Absolutely.
thing, but on a Saturday, I don't know, 9 o'clock seems kind of late
Yeah.
to me. I mean, what if I want to do, like, if I'm going to build a deck or something, I can't do that if I'm going to use, a circular saw or something like that. Is that prohibited?
Yep. It's already prohibited. No building decks at 6 in the morning.
Oh, I don't do it that early.
7,
7 o'clock, yeah.
So you could use a circular saw at 7, but not a lawnmower.
Correct.
Seems inconsistent.
Just don't use a chainsaw.
I think the frequency of construction in neighborhoods is rarer than cutting lawns, and that's what the issue is.
Yeah.
Didn't Belport just pass something on leaf blowers? I think we were debating, I don't know if it passed.
I think I'd feel better with 8 o'clock on Saturday. I
Yeah.
think 9 is late.
Yeah.
Comment from the public, anybody? Mr. Bojack? What time do you mow your lawn, Mr. Bojack?
Actually, the hand lawnmower. Property is very small. My question would be, I'm in the industrial zone, even though I have a house, it's not conforming use, would it be covered by this law?
No.
Mary Castle, what do you think?
Well, I was wondering, is it just lawnmowers, or is it because landscapers do all these snow removal?
Blowers?
Because then we open up to snow removal. Is that covered under that same one? Because now on North Ocean, we've got the church across the way from us that likes to have their guy come about 2 in the morning and snow plow when there's about less than a dusting, and you can see the sparks coming out.
Trying to melt
But is it strictly
it. Just
more
snow-
mowing, not any other service that your landscaper would provide, such as snow removal?
Yes. The proposal is for homeowners, light residential outdoor equipment or commercial service equipment. So
Which
be
would be
heavy.
a snow mower,
And,
correct?
well, let me go, that's the proposal. The snow removal is already an exception under the code. And it's been that way since, for a while. But-
So you can remove snow at any time?
Yeah, noise from snow blowers, snow throwers, and snow plows when operated with a muffler for the purposes of snow removal is already an exception.
So you can do that
Yeah.
around the clock?
Yes,
And that's driven by the fact that snow's around the clock.
correct. At school and safety and all those things.
Make it 8 o'clock?
I like 8 o'clock.
I like 8 o'clock.
8 and 10, yeah.
And then holidays and Sundays and.
Yeah, keep it, later those days.
So Saturday, 8,
Yep.
and Sunday,
9?
9.
2 p.m.
Sleep late.
On Sunday?
No, my wife would just like
I'm not
to
a
have
big
Sundays
Sunday
be
area,
quiet.
that's just me. I think Sunday should stay at 10.
Yeah, I think Sunday should stay at 10 also. Sunday people want to rest in their lives.
Any comment?
I would have said 9 on Sundays.
You would have said 9 on Sundays? We narrowed 10 guys. 10?
I like 9. 9 works for me.
I'm fine.
About 9:30.
I don't think you're allowed to do these things on half hour.
Yeah, they're very right now. They're hard enough time, of course.
I like 9.
9 o'clock on Sunday?
I could go with 9 too, I mean,
Except on West Avenue.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Motion.
8 o'clock on Saturdays, 9 o'clock on Sundays?
okay,
As amended.
we'll go with
That's
that.
amended. Motion? Deputy Mayor, second.
Second.
Mr. Police, all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. I wish the last one was that easy.
Yes, that was over there. That was
Oh, I can't.
Aye.
That's the preference.